Yeah, where are the mannequins? Do you want me to help you get in?
Yeah.
Here, I'll help you get in. Here, step through. Yeah. There you go. Okay. And now Trevor is ready for the beach.
So then I call my ex-wife and I tell her 4 inches is average. And she says, go to hell, you old bastard.
That's pretty good. I think we can, it's one take. And then the nun says, those are the freaking bananas! Now that's a cold open. In 2009, Taco Bell discontinued one of the best, nay, the best fast food dessert of all time. I am willing to put that statement on my chest in the caramel apple empanada. It destroys the McFlurry, it destroys the hand pie. Hand pie? What? It even torches Carl's Jr.'s short-lived Pop-Tart ice cream sandwich, which will probably show up in an episode later.
What about the Frosty?
Oh, the Frosty's nice though. It smells like chocolate, but doesn't really taste like chocolate.
Yeah.
Taco Bell should change their slogan from Live Más to Live Menos because we all died inside just a little bit when they discontinued the caramel apple empanada. But today, Trevor, we bring it back and we finally bring justice to those who were wronged by the Taco Bell for the umpteenth time.
Umpteenth, that means a lot of times. It's time for
Fast Food! Trevor, we got a game plan this. So normally we try and take some ingredients from the restaurant and use that in the thing we're making. Taco Bell, they scrapped everything. They have nothing that even resembles the caramel apple empanada anymore. What they do have, they kept the cinnamon twist.
Yeah.
Is this your king, Taco Bell? This is the only dessert you're gonna offer? Well, they have the Cinnabon Delights also, which are really derivative of Denny's Pancake Puppies. But we just have this as like a reminder what we're trying not to, because we are about to make a beautiful, crispy fried empanada.
So we hate these.
We hate those.
Yeah.
But they're still really
Freak you.
delicious.
No.
They're so good.
Get.
It's like a giant cinnamon toast crunch.
We just told the people we hate them.
That's a good breakfast cereal.
No.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a beautiful flaky empanada dough. But there are a couple little tricks that Taco Bell did that made it extra crispy because McDonald's used to have the fried apple pie, but now they're all baked. So Taco Bell, they really just hit that deep fried, crispy shelled, apple-filled delight. So we're gonna figure that out with the pastry crust, and then of course we gotta make our goopy, delicious apple filling.
Yes. The 3 ingredients: flour, brown sugar, and apples.
There's more ingredients to come.
There's more.
We'll just watch. Trevor, you hyped up?
Yeah.
Trevor, you ready to do this?
Yeah.
You ready to make this caramel apple?
Yeah.
Are you ready to bring this back from the past? Oh, God! Come on, Mountain Dew, baby! Let's go! One time! Go! We gotta make the filling for this caramel apple empanada. So Taco Bell was likely using, I imagine like dehydrated apples. Oh God, Trevor's gonna juggle.
Why do you say it like that?
Because it never goes well. We have a lot of little, oh, look at him.
I'm just a little bit, just a little treat, you know, just a little treat for the people.
Your man is hot, contrary to popular belief. So start peeling that, start dicing those up. Taco Bell might have been using like dehydrated apples, but we're using fresh. We're being a little fancy in here. I'm gonna start getting going on the caramel portion of this caramel applesauce. I looked up the actual ingredients list for this, which was not available except for a photo on Google Images of the like industrial box that they came in.
Oh, nice.
And it was just like kind of just brown sugar, some sort of butter, and then butter extract, which we have. So we're just gonna make a caramel out of all that.
I mean, apple pie filling tends to be pretty easy to make, like at the bones. If you want to get fancy with it, you can, but when it comes down to it, it's just sugar, apples, and butter.
The thing that I'm fascinated with though is like what the words that Taco Bell, this is apple pie. This is a fast food apple pie from Taco Bell, but they use like different words to signify some sort of importance. So one, caramel, which any apple pie kind of technically has caramel in it, right? That's the goo.
Yeah, that's the cooked sugar.
Exactly, so
Once
they
it
use
gets to a
caramel
certain
to try and like elevate this, and then they call it an empanada, which is like, that's kind of stretching the definition. An empanada, I mean, is just a pie. It literally comes from the Spanish word empanar. Is that the verb, Annalise? Empanar? Empanada, which literally means to like enrobe in bread. If you think about the Cuban dish beefsteak empanizado, right? Breaded steak. This is just like a breaded thing. So this is just breaded apples. But I don't understand why this left menus from Taco Bell. Taco Bell is plotting for something big. I'm dead serious because Taco Bell, they have cut the fat of their menu so much. I mean, they got rid of the potatoes and they brought them back because people got really mad. I don't know if they're hitting an entire rebrand, but they have cut so much from their menu in the past several years, including the caramel apple empanada.
Like, do they add stuff to their menu when they cut stuff? Like, I feel like there's always new things coming out of Taco Bell.
They got the chicken chips, but they haven't had any new desserts. I mean, they hit the Cinnabon Delights, which started as a breakfast item, which are literally just like a mini fried dough ball filled with a goo. Oh, that's great. You want to dice those up?
Well, yeah, but I didn't know if you want to do it while I finish this last apple.
Yeah, I'll do that. So it was kind of like a rough dice. They were like little apple cubes. So I'm just gonna kind of like Get it about that big.
I feel like he old lad on a pirate ship. Cabin boy.
Pirate's life sounded kind of bleak. We romanticize it a weird amount, methinks.
They be down in the brig. I don't know why I sound like this if I'm a wee lad.
They were all just illiterate and had scurvy and did crimes.
I love the book Treasure.
Piracy is a crime. I illegally download via Kazaa. Piracy joke?
Yeah.
Come on. So if you see the sugar's melted, you can smell it's got a little bit of that caramel burn on it. That's fantastic. We're just gonna add the apples to there, and the apples are going to release their own moisture. We shouldn't get any seizing.
Josh,
I like to take my apples and square it off so I can get like a nice, clean, angled cut.
I do that too.
Well, I do other things too. In a pirate universe, what do you think your role would have been?
Oh, come on, Josh. I would've been...
yeah, okay, and I know where you're going with this.
What?
You'd be like a bard.
Yeah.
You'd be like the traveling singing bard.
Okay.
Most people think that I'd be a cook, but I wouldn't. I think I'd just be like a manatee matchmaker. You know?
Not the manatees again.
We're bringing up the manatee thing. We're bringing up the manatee thing.
God dang it.
It's too hilarious. It is history's funniest thing.
Boy, you gotta give up the manatee.
There'd be no Little Mermaid without the fact that
Laddie.
drunk sailors and manatees. A couple more apples. You want me to just keep doing this? You want to move to the pot?
You were kind of doing it, but like...
I'll do it.
I was eating
add the cinnamon and the butter extract and some of that butter into it. So you got a nice caramel form. The apples are releasing their liquid.
Okay.
Put some salt in there. It's all gonna get sort of like emulsified with cornstarch at the end, just turn into like a goo. And we're gonna cook this down for a long time because like the filling inside the caramel apple empanada, it was just oozing with caramel, and that's where you get the advantages of frying it as opposed to baking it.
It's just straight goo. I love apple goo.
I like apple goo too.
Laddie, I do be enjoying some apple goo out on the 7 Seas.
I enjoy me some manatee goo. All right, so we're gonna pop that in there.
You're giving us a bad name, laddie.
They're really sad. Producer Annalise asked, is this the first time you cooked with a fresh apple on Mythical Kitchen?
It's not.
It was so strange to see just a piece of fruit on our counter. This tastes foreign to me.
Can I have a bite out of the other side?
Oh, yeah.
That's not a good eating apple.
All right, Trevor, these apples have been boiling away. You've been doing that little dance for the last 20 minutes.
My apple dance.
We need to add some more goo to this. I'm gonna take about a half stick of butter, bring that in, start swirling that around.
Okay.
And then to really increase the goo factor here, because I cannot stress enough, this was hot, flaky fried pastry filled with goo that was vaguely reminiscent of apples, and it was perfect.
Goo.
I'm gonna add some cornstarch to it.
God, I love goo.
I love goo too, man. Goo food is like the best food.
Goo oozing out.
So I'm taking the cornstarch, so I'm taking the back of a knife, because it was here, to whisk that with water. So all this is gonna do, it's gonna add little particulates that are gonna absorb some of that moisture, and all it's gonna do is thicken our sauce. That way also, when we put it in the fridge and let it sort of set up and thicken, we can like mound it into our empanada dough, and then that is going to be like a nice and stodgy in the fryer. It's gonna actually hold up.
Josh, I regret to inform you that I did see a seed floating around in here, but it got mixed away, so one of us might have a seed inside of our
That's
empanada.
lucky. It's like sometimes you get a bone in a Whopper. All right, so we're gonna take this off the heat, we're gonna get it in the fridge, we're gonna let it set up, then we're gonna start making that pastry dough.
In the fridge?
Oh, it smells like goo. Trevor, you have a degree in pastry making, right?
Yes.
Forget everything you learned,
Okay.
because we're about to make some Taco Bell pastry dough.
Okay.
So I looked up the ingredients. Typically in a pie dough, which is like, or an empanada dough, you'd use, butter that's put in chunks so it gets nice and light and flaky. Taco Bell ain't got that. What they got though is they got hydrogenated oil, so we're using Crisco in that.
Cool.
And then they got soy lecithin in there that actually does serve a really important function in this dough, and that it gives it that little light, crispy, airy crunch, because it's gonna act as a slight leavening agent, because it'll sort of hold air bubbles in there and then get it nice. Did I do this?
Yeah, do that.
All right.
Are we just eyeballing it?
We're just gonna eyeball it, right? Like, we know what a dough should feel like.
Sure.
There's nothing
I
secret
reckon.
about this. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to that.
Crisco in there.
Desserts tend to be really well salted at fast food restaurants, which I love. We're gonna pop a little bit of sugar in there just to give it some structure, and that's gonna caramelize nice and fryer. And then, you wanna get it buzzed up first?
Yeah.
When you get buzzed up, we'll add the lecithin after we add the water. Are you a dessert guy at fast food restaurants?
Not generally, unless it's like a Frosty.
I think McDonald's should start making like cheeseburger pies.
Cheeseburger pies?
Yeah, why not? They already got the pie dough.
Like a meat pie?
But keep the apples.
keep...
Keep the apples. Cheeseburger, apple, meat pie, cheese. You're welcome. I'll
That's
take,
what we
I'll
call
take the
a
consulting
terrible
fee.
idea here
No,
in the
that's a
Mythical
great idea.
kitchen.
All right, we start streaming in water slowly.
Yeah.
This is ice cold water. It's like, it's hot in here. Our pipes get hot. All right, stream that water in. Yeah.
What are you?
There's no good way to stream in this water. It's in a bowl. It's not like a pourable vessel. And what do you want me to do?
No, you're doing
What do you want me to do? Is it, where's this looking? Do we need more water now because I spilled all of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get some more water.
Yeah.
V is your water, I'm sorry. All right, so we don't want it to get like too hydrated, right? You want to kind of keep it probably pretty like, pretty balled up. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, lecithin, 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 lecithin.
Well, get it in there. I don't want to overwork it and get it all hot.
Can't overwork it before the lecithin. A little bit goes a long way with this bad boy. And stream some of that in there. Do you think this is like poisonous if you use too much? No. All right, cool. All right, so now we're just gonna let it rest in a little
Do
thing.
you reckon that's mixed?
I reckon that's mixed.
Do you reckon it is?
Here, just kind of slap it in my hand, I'll slap it in yours.
Okay.
Trevor says I never play catch with him.
This is kind of nice.
There's got to be a more efficient way to do this, but this is fun. Ball pick. Okay.
We wrap now.
All right, Trevor, we got the dough out of the fridge. That's ready to be rolled out.
Yes, it's cold.
All right, that's fantastic. Can you start rolling that out? Because I have something important to talk about. It has recently come to my attention from producer Annalise that VeggieTales, which I didn't grow up on because I had to explain that Jews didn't watch VeggieTales for like, you know, the normal reasons, that there's a segment in VeggieTales called Silly Songs with Larry, in which Larry, an anthropomorphic Christian cucumber, falls in love with a manatee. This is a phallic object on the sea who once had a pirate arc in the story. That is correct? That's
They're
correct?
the pirates who don't do anything. They just stay at home and lie around.
Exactly.
And if you ask them to do anything, they'll just tell you they don't do anything.
Had a romantic relationship with a manatee.
Are you saying that somewhere, at some place, at some time in history, there was a cucumber that had sexual relations with a manatee?
Not sexual relations, but romantic. There's a
Romantic.
difference
My
between
apologies.
romanticism and sexuality, and I think that's important to note when it comes to pirates and manatees.
I thought.
Hey, what are you doing with that there dough?
I'm rolling it out just like you asked me to.
That's exciting.
It's nice and pliable.
All right, so if you see the filling that we got, we continued to cook this down until it was just real gooey, and then we put it in the fridge and it turned into this. So that's just all that butter and cornstarch that's in there, which is really great because we can mound it up in this when we eventually cut it into circles. Eventually, Trevor.
Eventually, yes, I know. I'm rolling it out. Josh, can
Remember
you
when I
just
used to wear a Fitbit?
Can you talk about manatees or something? Like,
Yeah,
you gotta
Trevor,
relax
if
the
you
dough.
could have, never mind. Do you know that
Probably.
the most powerful pirate fleet in history was from China and it was commanded by a woman? And that's the real hashtag girl boss. She was brutal. She, I mean, really killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Girl boss status.
You want to cut circles?
Yeah, definitely. That's true though, man. Like the British Navy couldn't take her down. Chinese Navy couldn't take her down.
No, that's awesome.
What other crimes do we like really lionize like that? Like what other like just criminal organizations does like Disney make a ride about? There's like Mafia, the ride. You know, like Disney wouldn't have
You
that.
shouldn't push it down so much. Didn't we have
Sorry, I got all worked up talking about piracy. Beautiful. We'll save this and we'll make
it was a face.
raviolis out of it.
Look at it. It's a
Taco
face.
Bell ravioli would be good. That's the G string. Yeah, where are the mankini? Do you want me to help you get in?
Yeah.
Here, I'll help you get in. Here, step through. Yeah. There you go. And now Trevor is ready for the beach. Trevor's ready to just do his Borat thing. Here, you can pull it up around the shoulders, I think. And now you're just Borat at the beach. Make sure it's all covered or else you're gonna get...
Okay.
Yeah, there it is. This, ladies and gentlemen, now this is the essence of romanticism and not sexuality.
Anybody see any manatees nearby?
So we're gonna take a little bit of filling.
You mean we have to cook?
Gonna
I have flour on me.
Is that too much filling?
More than you.
Nah, that's great.
That's like plenty.
All right, so we're gonna get these. Do you wanna start folding and crimping that?
Okay. No, I'm just gonna put some water here, I think.
I think that's a good idea. Taco Bell obviously had a machine in the factory. They're actually the kind of precursors to the machines in the Matrix.
What?
Sentinels. I have a theory that all the Taco Bell factory machines are gonna become sentient and then force us into, underground hiding.
All right, so we're just crimping these away.
Watch too many movies. Yeah, so we're gonna crimp that away and use the water to actually seal the dough together. Honestly, it's a fun recipe that people can make at home,
Yeah.
right? Little hand pie, little caramel apple hand pies, you know? Little fun things. So then the last step to this, we're gonna take rice flour. So this is a really interesting fact that I learned from looking at the ingredients list on this. I always wondered how they got this like insane crackling crust on the outside of the caramel apple empanada, and I saw rice flour in the ingredients separate from all the flours that go into the actual pastry. So I think they were either dusting it in rice flour or making a really thin rice flour batter to then drop that in the fryer to get the extra crust. I think we can get away with just a dusting. So I'm gonna take the empanada and I'm just gonna dust it in the rice flour, and then we're actually gonna let this set up in the freezer. So that way it's gonna hold up a lot better in the fryer. No, you're good, you're good.
Josh, I might have bungled this one.
What do you mean?
We might be down to 2.
Nah, dude, Taco Bell bungles burritos all the time and they don't just start a new one. No, you get the hot sour cream just sprayed in your face and then a bite of cold rice at the end and you love it. This is probably gonna be the best one because that's how cooking happens in the Mythical kitchen. Where we're like, oh, I messed this one up. We're still running with it.
Oh God.
No, that's good. That's good.
No,
that's good.
it's
That's good, Trevor.
beautiful in its own way.
No, the beauty lies in imperfection. Lao Tzu said that.
Yeah, that looks bad. But hey, you know, that's the.
This is Annalise, this is yours. All right, cool. So we got these dusted rice flour. We're gonna pop these in the freezer for about 10 minutes just to like set up, get everything just nice and sturdy.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna drop this in the fryer and then we get to eat it.
Yeah.
We have to bring it back from the past.
Yeah. Did we get
bring it back from the simpler time?
Back from the past.
Baja Blast.
Back from the past. Did we get Baja
Manatees.
Blast from Taco Bell?
No, we got like watermelon freezes.
Okay.
All right, so let's take, you got your little fudgy one there.
Okay, well, they're all fudgy fudge ones and they're all mine, so I don't want to hear it. They
That's fair.
all are beautiful.
I should have helped more. I'm gonna get a little bit more rice flour into this. Gonna really get a nice cake on there.
Yeah, get it, cake it on.
Blow it off. All right, and we're just
don't
gonna
like to
drop
be-
it into the fryer.
I don't like to be near the
And then it
fire
should hold shape. Well, it should hold shape. And if this
It's
one
already
messes up-
leaking.
Is it really?
No.
Are you the person that just like yells fire in a library
No,
just for
it's just
fun?
there was There was
Crave
some
that much attention?
There was some schleam on the bottom of the fryer
gonna be
that
fine.
looked like caramel apple.
It's gonna be fine. What we have to do now, we have to hope and pray to the sea gods.
Okay.
Because I believe we
To-
still are in the pirate
As
pit.
seamen, we have to pray to the sea gods.
Trevor, would you like to sing a seaman prayer?
Yes. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises early in the morning. I think that is public domain on account of it's hundreds of years old, so I think we're good.
Oh, you're right. We looked that up. It's like once it passes like 1738, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all those 1739 bangers out there, we can't sing.
Yeah.
This looks really great though. We're getting.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
It does look great. I kind of forgot we were cooking for a second. I got lost.
Get wrapped up in the songs, man. Look at that. Look at all that crackly crap. Yeah, this is way too big. What's going on with this?
Is it not flipping for you?
It's not flipping at all, man. It's like
So,
a buoy.
why don't
It's
you-
like a
why don't-
manatee. It's like, you know, you're trying to get a manatee on its back because you
Why
want to
don't-
play with it, and you can't.
You are?
There we go. All right, there we go. No, it's flipped. It's flipped. I'm just gonna hold this under.
Did you just say
This is,
you're
look at the
trying to
freaking texture on it. I didn't say anything about manatees. I didn't say anything about manatees. Dude, look at the texture on this, bro.
Trying to get a manatee
Look at
on
the effing texture on this.
so you can play with
Yeah, bro, you like to
her.
play with manatees. No, I'm saying, all right? I said, hey, you like to play with manatees, bro. Like, what else are you gonna do? You're out at sea. You're chilling with some manatees. You're water polo. You're like,
Oh, Josh wants to
manatees.
engage in coitus with a
no, I
manatee.
don't. Dude, that's a rumor, all right? And a couple DMs I sent to manatee. All right, Trevor.
Leave her, Johnny, leave her.
When was that written? If that's a 1742 bot, we're getting sued by the estates of, I don't know, Scallywags McMuffin.
Scallywags.
All right, this is done. The texture on this, I mean, this is unreal. This is so Taco Bell-y. This is exactly what it was. It had that crackling shatter to it. Trevor, we did it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that's what we tried to do, man. It's,
Do you want me to be more excited?
yeah, just,
Whoa!
yeah.
Let's go!
Come on, dude.
We made it!
No one thought we do it.
Can we
None of you believed in us. You wrote us off after the first act when we kept talking about the manatees. But no, what we did is we focused up, we came back, and we made the caramel apple empanada. That's adorable.
Okay, show off.
We brought the caramel apple empanada back from the past.
From the past.
But that means right now it's the most important time. It's the time that everyone's been waiting for. Today we're gonna cut to the packaging. Stop. Whoa, God, what, I still hate
Cut to the packaging.
Sheesh.
Cut to the packaging.
All right, Jeff, we got the caramel apple empanadas here. Let's unsheath them from their sheath.
You mean unsheash them?
Sheath. Sheath. If you see on the packaging, so we actually used the original like 2004 packaging when they were also selling grilled taquitos, which I do think they should also bring back. They had a really great bacon, potato, and nacho cheese one. Loved that. Also, we got our watermelon freezies for, which they never should have gotten rid of that breakfast Mountain Dew for. They mixed it with juice for the kids.
You seem to be very passionate.
All right, let's try
Should
this.
we try it?
I'm gonna break it. Oh, look at the goo, Trevor. Look at the goo.
Oh, I should have done that because all the apples sunk to the bottom.
Just like any Taco Bell item.
Yeah. Hold on. Shimmy it out this way.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so crispy crunchy. The main flavor you take, because the apples just like dissolve,
Yeah.
right? But you're getting all the apple flavor in that goo and also that fake butter. McDonald's apple pie, you can't hold a candle to this, right? Like think about that. That's just like a kind of like stodgy crust. This,
This is actually really flaky and crispy and crunchy.
you got fire sauce.
Oh, you want to give me a squirt? Yeah.
Yeah, it's still Taco Bell at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But that kind of works. Trevor, do you believe they should bring it back?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm normally just a beverage person, but I think if I went to Taco Bell and I got myself a quesarito, I would probably get one of these Caramel's coming up my throat.
This is like the antidote to the spicy. You get all that spicy nacho cheese and the sour cream and that beef in you, and you need something sweet. And to me, the cinnamon twists, they don't cut it. They are dessert nachos. Also, they should be made with pork rinds.
Yeah, it's just cereal.
It's just cereal in a bag.
It's just Cinnamon Toast Crunch in a bag.
And this, to me, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. Taco Bell, I think they need to bring it back. If you think that Taco Bell should bring it back, tweet at Taco Bell with hashtag #PastFood and let them know. And also, send Taco Bell facts about manatees and pirates. I just think they would want to know that as well.
Please do. For us.
For us. Thank you so much for stopping by the Mythical Kitchen. We got new episodes for you every week. We got new episodes of our podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, every Wednesday wherever you get your podcasts. Hit us up on Instagram at Mythical Kitchen with pictures of your mythical dishes under hashtag Dreams Become Food. See y'all next time. This went down so easy.
Yeah.
This went down smooth.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna feel like poop in about 10 minutes, but this is really yummy.
Just like Taco Bell. Get as messy as you want in your kitchen when you have the Mythical Kitchen Towels. Available now at mythical.com.